Welcome, everybody, to our Thursday night Basic Reset Team Builders call. My name is Penny Kyle, and I am so incredibly excited and happy that you have decided to join us tonight. I want to give a special welcome to all of our guests on the call. You are in for a real treat tonight. You're going to hear some reasons to start paying attention to network marketing, and you're also going to hear about Basic Reset and what we have to offer to you. If you're an affiliate, welcome to our call, and without you, none of this would be possible. So I want to just really take the time to say, you know what, you are in the right place at the right time, and Basic Reset is an incredible company with products that are simply amazing. Now, again, my name is Penny Kyle. I am out of Central California, and I am excited about Basic Reset because the products simply work. When you have products that work, they actually sell themselves, and people purchase them again and again, not only for people, but for animals and for plants as well. Now, I have something that I'd like to read to you all tonight that I found in a website called, maybe subscribe to this application online, but you look out as a whole, it's an upward trend. And I want to tell you about five reasons.
Hey, Penny, you're not coming through very clear.
Oh, I'm not?
No, it's Randy. You correct me, but we're only getting part of a word even.
No, I'm not on the Bluetooth. I'm just talking on the regular phone.
Okay, well, I can hear you okay now, so if you don't mind, just start over, please.
Sure, not a problem. So everybody, I am going to share with you an article that I found on a website called Business for Home. This is something that you can subscribe to. Our industry of network marketing is on an upward trend, and I just found this really important, and I want to share with you 5 reasons to start paying attention to network marketing. The first one is there is a global need for supplemental income. As people get to retirement age, they realize they are not prepared. They have little to no savings, they don't have any investment, and they think they will live on Social Security or some other government retirement plan. The only problem is no one ever contemplated that most people would live into their 80s. If you make it to 25 years of age, your average life expectancy is 85. This lifespan will only be extended over time, further exacerbating the problem. Almost every pension plan is underfunded around the world. Record low interest rates haven't helped either. The day is here now when you cannot rely on any other organization or government to take care of you in retirement. You will be asked to work longer and delay taking benefits as pension fund managers make desperate attempts to stretch fund assets as far as they can go. It is too little, too late. And, you know, all of this means there is a massive need for supplemental income. The ability to add $1,000 or $2,000 a month will double most retirees' monthly incomes. This extra money will transform their retirement experience. Now, these facts will continue to drive people into credible network marketing companies. They aren't going to dig ditches at 70 or 80, but they can open up their mouth and share about products, opportunity, and community. Now, number 2, there's a need to be active and engaged. People are living a lot longer. Being involved, active, and engaged is one of the most important parts of staying young. There is a social connection and sense of movement helping people. And see, here at Basic Reset, what is our motto? We're simply people helping people. Number 3, there is a need for a more efficient business model. In this business, rewards equal contribution, period. There is no such thing as being overpaid or underpaid. You get exactly what you produce in terms of product sales to customers, creation of a network of people doing the same thing, and leadership development. You get paid exactly what you're worth, no more, no less. In the corporate world, people get paid all of the time without producing. That makes network marketing inherently more efficient. Efficient business models will be models that win going forward. Number 4, today the world is a network. The world has literally transformed into our business model, and it continues to do so as technology evolves and the internet brings us closer together. Individuals are connected to 3 times more people today than they were 20 years ago before the advent of the internet and social media. Our future as network marketers is incredibly bright. And then number 5, there is an unparalleled growth potential. We're seeing unparalleled growth in this industry right now. When you stop to think of the future of network marketing, I want you to really think about these parallels. In the late 1940s and early 50s, after World War II, the concept of a franchise business gained traction. In a franchise, you rent the business model that someone else, the franchisor, has perfected. One of the very first franchises was started by John Pemberton in 1886 when he created a beverage with a secret recipe and licensed bottling territories to others. That became Coca-Cola. Rexall drugstores and even General Motors started out as franchises. As in any new industry or business model, there are abuses by unethical promoters and business. Think of, the robber barons and antitrust regulations. By the 1960s, franchising was getting a black eye. Deceptive sales practices, double selling, the same franchise territories to different persons, and financial insolvency to the franchisor were rampant. Eventually, in 1979, federal regulation came into play. The unscrupulous and underfunded franchisors went away, and the legitimate players who complied with FTC regulations changed and became giants. Think of Subway and McDonald's. And that is so important with FTC regulations becoming tighter and tighter, especially in our industry. Think of the way that Basic Reset is ethical. And we are being compliant to the FTC. Nowadays, franchising is viewed as a completely legitimate industry, and it's created many, many millionaires. It's become a phenomenon. Network marketing started in the 30s in the United States, and since that time, only 13 companies have achieved over $1 billion in sales annually. Over that same time, hundreds of thousands of companies have started and failed. Anytime you have a new industry like this, it's kind of, they call it like the Wild West. So what I'm trying to tell you here is this is a phenomenon that our industry, network marketing, is taking. And when I first started out here saying this tonight, you're in the right place at the right time, being here at Basic Reset is exactly that. So I hope by hearing that, you may have picked up on a few things that you could share with others and let them know why this is such an important, exciting, and trending industry to get started in. And I really felt compelled to share that with you all today, and I hope you enjoyed it. So now I'd like to bring up my mentor, my sponsor, my friend, somebody that I finally got to meet at our convention that we had last October, Mr. Randy Steen.
Hey, Penny, thank you. Appreciate it. And that information that you gave was pretty enlightening. You know, I hope that everybody out there listened to what she was talking about and really got the message that was behind it. And thank you for sharing that, Penny, and thank you for welcoming everybody. But the message, I want to throw one more thing in what she was talking about, this industry that we're in, and I call it a profession more than I do an industry because that's basically what it is. It is larger than people really think it is. You know, last year this industry did about, total-wise, about $185 billion in business. Now, to give you an idea of what that is, how big that is if you took all of professional sports, including NASCAR, and all of the entertainment industry, including the movies, and added it all together, it wouldn't come to $185 billion. So it's a very large profession. And the reason it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger each and every year is because people are looking for something to supplement, initially, to supplement what they're doing for a living. And the reason that they need to have that supplementation is because we end up oftentimes with a lot more of the month left at the end of the money. The dollars just aren't stretching like they used to. And so people say, gosh, I need to have something different. I got to have some extra money coming in so that I can, change my life. My life has to change in some way, shape, or form, And another reason is because we also live in what's called a microwave society rather than a crockpot society. And what I mean by that is that people a little bit different nowadays than they used to be. They want to have everything and they want to have it now. And with the advent and the easiness of getting credit on stuff, they do this. And so what oftentimes is they get the things really that they're probably can't really afford at the time, and but they wanted it really bad, and they found the money, and they got the down payment, and they went and got the new car, and all of a sudden now the payments start coming due, and they say, holy smokes, I don't have all the money that I need. So having said that, it's a really good lead into what I want to talk to you about tonight, and that is that every single solitary person that is around you is a prospect. And I want you to think about this for just a minute. What are three things that people want? Well, they want to have more money. I think you'd agree with me on that. And I think you'd also agree that most people want to have more time freedom. And you would also probably agree with me that most people want to figure out how to save some money on their taxes. Well, what's really interesting is we're in an industry that's a huge industry, a huge profession, that gives people more money. It allows them to have more time freedom, and guess what? It allows them to save money on their taxes. As a matter of fact, you want to visit with your tax man about this, but Uncle Sam will actually pay you to get into business because of the tax deductions that you get being involved in our business. Now, most companies out there will say, okay, we're different than a franchise, because a franchise you have to spend a lot of money up front. I mean, I forget the last figure that I heard to open up a McDonald's franchise, but I mean it's well over $1 million. I think it's in the millions of dollars, or well over $1 million anyway, to start one of those franchises, and then it's a horrendous amount of money after that. Well, the network marketing industry has taken that concept and said, we're going to let you open up your own franchise, and we're going to let you sub-franchise all different kinds of people out there that want to get into business, and you can do it for an endless amount of people. There's no limit. But we're not going to charge you these huge franchising fees. They let you get in for a very small fee, and then, of course, they say if you want to stay in business, of course, you're going to have to buy your stuff from us, and you're going to have to buy each and every month from us, and we'll allow you to stay in business. And that's what McDonald's, if you open up a McDonald's franchise and you pay them money, excuse me, you have to pay them a franchise fee every single solitary month, which would be kind of like in our profession, like an auto ship, okay, or you have to place an order every month in order to stay active. Well, they charge a franchise fee. Plus, they have to buy all of their equipment, all of their napkins, all of their paper cups, everything from McDonald's, which they make more money on. Well, the network marketing industry has eliminated that part of it, except they still charge you a franchise fee, which is the fee to get started, and then you have to pay this monthly order every month. You heard Penny talking about how in our profession we want to make sure that we're doing things the right way, that we're able to help people and do things the right way. And so with our company, we've eliminated two of those things that will allow you to get into business. Number one, we've eliminated, for those of you that are new on this call, we've eliminated that fee that you would have to pay a company to sign up to do business with them. You don't have to pay that with us. At Basic Reset, we absolutely let you get started in business with us for no charge. It's totally free. Then we've eliminated the monthly franchise fee. And what I mean by that is we've eliminated the need for you to have to place an order with us each and every month in order to receive the commissions that you have coming, or in other words, be active with our company. Now, having said that, however, if you went into a Walmart store and everybody that went to Walmart and walked around inside the store and looked at all the stuff they have to sell and turned around and walked out of the store and didn't buy anything, Walmart wouldn't be the world's largest corporation. You see, people have to buy things when they're in the store in order for Walmart to be in business. Now, here's the interesting thing about our industry. People that get into it, our profession, with most companies, get into it and they're forced to buy products that they don't want, they don't need, and they don't desire. But they have to buy these products in order to stay active or to receive the commissions. Now, people say to me all the time, Randy, well, what happens if I get involved with one of those companies and I don't have anybody below me? It doesn't make any difference. On the chance that somebody might sign up below you, if you don't place that order, you're not going to earn a dime. As a matter of fact, most companies, if you don't place the order, after some 30 days, some 60 days, some 90 days, will turn you and you'll become inactive. You'll be turned off, so to speak. And you can't do business at all until you place an order. And with our company, we've eliminated that. Now, again, having said that, though, I want to tell you a little story. You see, in a galaxy not too far away, in a country real close to us we live in the not-too-distant future, in fact, in the not-too-distant past, there was a fellow that joined a little network marketing company that was free to join. And it didn't cost a thing, and he was really excited, and he thought, boy, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make my living with this company. I'm going to run down the road with this. This is going to be fabulous. And he was just really excited about it each and every day. He was talking to people, and he went out and he was bringing people in by the masses to the company. And it was exciting. I mean, he said, this is really cool. These people are joining. And of course, the reason they're joining is it doesn't cost anything to join. And the reason they're staying with the company is because they don't have to order anything. And life was good, except in one area. When the time came to pay the bills, there was no check from this company or that had all these people in it because nobody bought. People joined because it was free. They stayed there because it was free, but they were never visited with and talked to about how to make money. You see, with our company, we have a system. And it's a system that if you look right on our referral plan, and I want to talk about this for a minute because it's extremely important, it's a system where it says if you get 3, yours is free. That's how it starts out. Now, you have to read the whole thing. Doesn't mean if you sign up 3 people, your product order is free. It means if you sign up 3 people who order, very important there, quotation marks around the who order, the commission that you earn, because they're on your first level at 35%, the commission you earn on those people placing an order will pay you enough commission for you to order your own product. So when we sign up 3, when you get 3, yours is free, that means that you're getting 3 people to order product, and then you're going to order your product and you're going to earn enough commissions to pay for your own order. Now you've got your product paid for. And what's next? What's next with our company is a system of how to make money, and that is find 3 more. Now you're in profit. When you've done that, find 3 more. Now, all the time that you're doing this, remember that the people that you brought into this company are going to be concerned about the thing you're concerned about. And I want to stop you here for just a minute, because I know your mind is probably running amok and you're thinking, holy smokes, I'm going to have all these people and I'm going to have these different levels and I'm going to get paid on these different levels, and how much of the commission on those levels. I want to stop you thinking that for just a minute, because there's only one level you need to think about. With our company, we pay 35% commission on level 1. And the reason we do that is so that the average person who gets into this profession, that's in this industry, statistically wise, only receives commission on 1 to 2 levels, sometimes 3. The average, in fact, about 80% of them never get beyond the first level. Well, what we've done is we've paid the amount of commission, and we're paying the amount of commission on that level of 35%, so that somebody that gets in on that level can go find 3 people, get their product for free, and find 3 more, and they're putting profit and they're putting money into their pocket. And you can actually make a fabulous, absolutely outstanding income if you'll just worry about what happens on your first level. If you'll just say, okay, I'm going to build my business on this 35% commission level. Because what will happen is you don't ever have to worry about what's going to happen below there, because the people down below you will say to themselves, gee, I want to have some of that 35% commission. What do I got to do? Well, it's very simple. You go out and find 3 people, first of all, who order, and then you'll earn enough commission to pay for your own products, so now there's no cost to you. You're in business really for free at that point. I mean, even though you're getting your product, it's even free because you earn commission to pay for them. And then you just go out and find 3 more. Now, when the people below you come to you and say, hey, look, how do I do this? Then help them. Say, look, let's go to work and get your 3. But you need to focus on that first level. You help your people. Don't ever not help them. But you need to focus on that first level and say, if I want to make $5,000 a month, it's very simple. You bring in just a little over $14,000 a month in volume on your first level, and you've got $5,000 in income. Now, you don't have to do that every month. You don't have to go out and find $14,000 every month, because it's cumulative. If you went out and found $1,000 in volume, $1,000 in sales this month, you'd have $350 in your pocket. If you go out and do that next month, you'd add another $1,000 to it. Now you've got $700 in your pocket. So as you can see, by the end of the year, if you simply added $1,000 in new sales to your front line, by the end of the year you'd have $12,000 in volume renewing on that front level every month that you're going to get 35% of. Now, what else is taking place is by now you're already getting commissions on all the other levels, because you've hit the top level with our company at that point of presidential director, and you're going to get paid on 10 levels. And all you did was worry about the first one. Now, how does this happen? How is it that people make this work? People ask this question all the time. I don't understand, Randy. How in the world is it that you're so able to do this? Well, it's really simple. It's not hard at all, especially if you don't overcomplicate it. And let me tell you how simple it is. It's simply asking people questions to get them to respond to you. And you might say, what kind of questions do you ask? Simple questions like, what do you do for a living? They're going to tell you what they do for a living because they like to talk about themselves. And as a courtesy in this world of ours, it's just common that most of them are going to say to you back when they're done talking, what do you do for a living? Well, my response when somebody says that to me, let's say it's Fred that asked me that, I would say, Fred, you know how people are always struggling at the end of the month to make ends meet? There's always seems to be more month left at the end of the money. Well, what I do is I show them how to not have to worry about that anymore. We just make sure that there's enough money coming in for everything that they need for the entire month and then some. If you'd ever want to know anything more about that, just go ahead and let me know. I'd love to share the information with you. Very, very simple thing to do. And then there's another really important thing, and this is one of the biggest reasons why you need to make sure that you order some product. Well, actually, there's 2 reasons. When you join this company, you ought to be ordering product immediately, even though you don't have to order product with us. And remember, if nobody ever ordered any product, there would be no commissions made. But one of the reasons you need to order product is when you talk to people and they are getting involved in the company, they're probably going to ask you, what did you order when you first started? Well, you've got a choice. If you didn't order anything, you're either going to say, well, I didn't order anything, or you're going to lie to them. We know you don't want to lie to them, so you're probably going to tell them the truth, and then they're going to say, well, gee, I guess I don't need to order then either. So you want to order for that reason. Then there's another important reason, and that is because you want to become a walking, talking billboard of your product. You want to be able to use your product so that you've got an experience that you can tell people about. And you can say, here's what I did. I ordered this product, and I've got to tell you, I've never felt better in my life. For example, with TrimUp. I started on TrimUp, I don't know, I lost track of the days, 60-some days or whatever it is. And as of this morning now, I'm down a total of 30 pounds on this product. But I have to tell you that I haven't gone out of my way to diet. I've done all kinds of crazy things. I went to a prime rib, all-you-can-eat prime rib feed not too long ago. I met somebody a couple of Wednesday nights ago for pie and ice cream at 7:30 at night. And guys, but I'm still losing weight on this amazing product that we have. And do you know that we have people that are using that product that they really haven't lost much weight? They haven't even lost much inches yet. But they call me and they say, Randy, I cannot believe how good I feel. And as long as they continue to take it, eventually their body will start to kick in, and they'll start to lose inches, and they'll start to lose pounds, and then they'll become excited, and they'll become a walking, talking billboard of what they're doing. And then there comes another part. And this is probably the most important part that you can ever hear about. You probably have heard, if you've been in this profession for any time at all, a little phrase that goes like this: the fortune is in the follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. And since I'm starting out something with the letter F, the fortune's in the follow-up, the best guy to talk about that is a fellow by the name of Fred. Now, you might know him. He's the owner of our company. And you know what's really cool about this? Here we are, company growing like a weed. The man has a million other things that he probably could say, I'm too busy. I got to be doing these other things. But where is he? Where is he? He's right here on this call with us. What company do you remember ever joining where the owner of the company is on many of the calls, almost all of them, with his wisdom? And I want to introduce him to you. The CEO, the owner of our company, Fred Kaufman. And Fred, tell them a little bit about this thing called Fortune in the Follow-Up.
Well, Randy, thank you, and welcome everybody to the call. I'm so happy that you were willing to give up your free time to join us tonight. We are very, very excited about where this company is going, and we see this growth. But we get calls from people, and unfortunately they are asking a lot of times the same questions over and over. And most of it comes down to people calling up and asking us how to build their business. And we tell them about contacting 3 people. Of course, order product for yourself so you can be a product of the product. Contact 3 people, and your goal is just to get them to watch the video. And then help those 3 people get 3 people so they can also get their product free. So what happens is, as you demonstrate, I'm a product of the product, and I'm calling you to get involved, and I'm going to help you do the same thing I did to get you interested. So it all happens with the follow-up. Do you know how many calls we get from people, and we ask them, who's your sponsor? And they say, I don't know. How can that be? How could it be that somebody would sponsor another individual into our wonderful company and then never call them again? It's amazing to me to hear that over and over again. Who's your sponsor? I don't know. And we have to look it up. Now, I'm not trying to be critical of anybody. I'm just trying to say some people don't get it, that this is a business of relationships. You have to have a relationship with people if you expect to have a business partner, because that's what you have, a business partner. Otherwise, you just need to go out and just keep getting customer after customer after customer after customer. And that's great. You can actually earn a lot of money doing that. But if you'll follow up with those people that are customers and turn them into affiliates and show them how they can get their product for free, if you don't do anything else, just show them how they can get their product for free, you're going to start building a huge organization. In fact, I talked about it on one of our previous calls. In 6 months, you'll have about 3,200 people in your organization. That's enormous. I have to pinch myself sometimes when I do the math, and I've done this math over and over again. It's amazing that you could have that many people in your group in 6 months. And I assure you, if you have 3,200 people in your group, it's not going to stop there, because everybody's going to learn the same thing. Promote the video, and then once you get your 3 people that are ordering the same thing you're ordering, you'll have earned the money to get your product for free, and then teach them the same thing. Everybody wants free product. This is how we designed this company. Kim and I sat down and we were trying to figure out, how do we want to build this compensation plan? The first thing that we talked about was, we want to be able to let people get product free as quickly as possible. There's no faster way to do it. There's not another company out there that will allow you to earn the money to get your product for free with only 3 customers ordering the same thing that you want. If there is one, call me, because I don't know of one. The other thing is, if you follow up with these people, you're going to find out that you can have a whole team of people who are doing the same thing you're doing, and this just goes like a match to dry grass. It's just a fire, and it just burns out of control. You won't be able to control it. It's going to grow so fast you will be amazed. But it all breaks down if you don't follow up with people. And one of the things that I've learned over the years, forget about business. I'm just talking about friendships. I love my friends. And one thing that we do is we keep in contact. Facebook is a wonderful place. I'm in touch with people from high school now because of Facebook. But we keep in touch. We have a relationship because of communication. Now, I don't care if you don't want to pick up the phone and call somebody, but message them on Facebook. Put in a private message. Don't just say on your wall, hey, I want to say hello to all my friends. No, contact them individually. Let them know that you're interested in them. What are you doing? What have you been up to? And when they turn around and ask you what you've been up to, there the door's wide open for you to tell them what you've been doing. I'm making money sharing a video. What? Sharing a video? How do you make money sharing a video? Well, let me show you. It's so easy. I mean, if you're not building a business with our company, if you've joined and you've been in the company for 6 months and you're not getting a big fat check, it's because you're not doing something that you need to be doing that the people who are getting a fat check are already doing. And Randy, I just have to keep going back to Randy because he's been in this for 42 plus years. And one thing that's interesting about Randy is, for example, George Madu, who is the owner of the Network Marketing Magazine, when I got him on the phone with Randy, it didn't take but just about a minute and a half before they realized they knew each other already. They already had a relationship. Isn't that amazing? And Randy has relationships with people all throughout the network marketing industry. How did he get those relationships? It's because he had communication with them. He wasn't afraid to pick up the phone and say, hey, how you doing? What have you been up to? It lets people know you care. You may call people up and you ask them, hey, how you doing? Just wanted to touch base with you, see if there's anything I can do to help you. Oh, my gosh. If somebody calls me up and says, hey, is there anything I can do to help you? I kind of get excited because I know they care about me. Oftentimes I say, no, I'm doing fine. I don't really need any help because I'm on the other end of this. I'm at the business end of it. But when somebody calls me and says, hey, how you doing? I know they care about me. And the more frequently people communicate with me and say, hey, how you doing? I'm reinforced over and over that they care about me. So a lot of this business, success in this business, is not about selling. It really doesn't have anything to do with selling. It has to do with sharing. And when you share with people that care and they see that you care, the whole thing becomes fun. This is exciting. You should never be stressed out about how am I going to build my organization? I don't know what to do. It's real simple. You share. And you share with people that you have a relationship with. Max Steingart, who has the Endless Leads program, if you become a paid member of the Network Marketing Magazine, now you don't have to be. You can just be a free member and have just amazing amounts of resources of motivational and educational things about how to do this business. But Max Steingart teaches how to have endless leads on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter. And guess what? He doesn't say, here's how to format your ad. He doesn't say, here's the key words that you should say to trick people into buying something. Here's how to sell. No, he talks about the relationship. The whole thing, in a nutshell, the whole thing is about how to build relationships on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter. And this skill, the skill of building relationships, is worth gold. It's gold because this will help you in every area of your life, every single area. In the apartment complex that I live in, when we first moved here, I would call up and I'd say, this is Fred Kaufman in 1212. Now I just call up and I say, hi, how you doing? It's Fred. There's 300 units here. If you average two people to unit, there's 500 or 600 people that live here. And I can call up and say, hi, it's Fred. Because I have a relationship. I talk to these people. The maintenance guy, he knows me by name. The relationship is what it's all about. When Steve Jobs was dying in the hospital, dying of cancer, he said the thing that was important to him wasn't all the money he had made. It wasn't the innovative technology in the realm of computers. He said it was the relationship. Laying on his deathbed, he thought about the relationships, not the contributions he made to our benefit, making our lives easier through computers. He thought about his relationships. So here's the key. Follow-up, relationships, sharing so people know you're caring. And you cannot fail. It's just not possible. Randy, I tell you what, if people could get a hold of this, how simple it is instead of how hard it is. One of the things people are so fearful of is sharing because they're afraid of getting rejected. Well, you're going to get rejected if you're calling people to sell to them. Nobody really likes to be sold to. They love to buy. Randy told me a story one time. He said, you know, when you go into a car dealership, he said, you've probably driven by that car dealership many, many, many times and saw the car of your dreams. And finally you get everything together that you need to be able to buy that car. You've talked to the bank. They've approved you for a loan for a certain amount of money, which is what that car costs. And you finally decide, today's the day I'm going to buy that car. And you drive into the car dealership. You get out of your car. The salesman walks up to you, and he says, can I help you? And you say, no, I'm just looking. Now, why would you say you're just looking when you know in your heart you came there to buy that car? It's because you don't want anybody selling you something. You want to go in and buy something. And it's a great concept. So if you can share with people what's exciting in your life, I'm telling you, Trim Up, you know why we brought the Trim Up into our product line? There were two big reasons. One is we know there are a lot of people that struggle with their weight. Look around. The other thing, which is probably even more important than helping people manage their weight and give them more energy, and by the way, Trim Up makes you feel good too. We've had people who spend a lot of years battling depression, and when they're on the Trim Up, they're like, I feel like $1 million. But the other thing was, it's a lead-in product. You don't have to teach anybody about weight loss. They already know. They've already tried a lot of stuff already that didn't work. So they get the concept of weight loss. Take this pill half hour before you eat. If you're not getting results, you might need to take two. Everybody's different, okay? But they get it. So it's really, really simple to promote a product like Trim Up. And if you let people know that you have Trim Up available, a product that actually works, they're going to love you. They're absolutely going to love you. My sister called, and she said, we're almost out of Trim Up. Can you make sure that the girls send me out some more tomorrow? People love it. And I tell you, when you can get your family calling you because they're almost out of Trim Up, you know you've got a winner. So and once they start on the Trim Up and see how fantastic it is, guess what's going to happen? They're either going to look around on their own in the store the next time they go to purchase, or they're going to call you up and say, what else have you got? People like to have products that work. And that's one thing that you can count on with Basic Reset. We've got products that really, really do work. And they're foundational products. Do you know that you could build a whole company around any one of our products? Randy will tell you he knows people who've started a network marketing company with only one product. And he told me about one company that had started up and they had only one product, and it didn't even really work very well. But they were able to make a go of it with one product. Now, can you imagine? We could have a whole company that only sold Aqualyte, only sold Ionite, only sold Trim Up, only sold Beta Factor, only sold the Be Gold, only sold the Miracle Facelift Mask, and I could go right down the line. Even Earthwash, our $10 all-natural plant-based cleaning product. We could build a whole company around just that one product. So you've got a whole catalog, a store full of products that work. And so if you get people introduced to something like the Trim Up, oh my gosh, they're going to be excited and they're going to come back. Or if you do what I'm saying, follow up, they're going to ask you, what else you got? I love this Trim Up. What else you got? It's so easy, but it starts with the relationship. I'll finish with this. I was talking to a guy earlier today, and he may be on the call. And he was asking me, again, it was one of these people that called up and weren't really sure who their sponsor was. And I was explaining to him just what I've explained here tonight, how simple and how easy this is. If it's hard for you, if you're fearful of doing this business, of reaching out to people, then you're not doing it right. How hard can it be? What is the fear of calling somebody up, sending them a message on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter, and say, you got to see this video. What's it about? See, you don't even have to know anything about the products. You just answer simply, I can't explain it as good as this guy can, but you've got to see this video. It'll change your life. So what happens if they say, no, I'm not interested. I don't want to see the video. Well, how could they say no if they don't even know what it's about? Most people are going to be curious enough to go and look at it. But here's the key. It's not just posting on Facebook, hey, you got to see this video and wait to see if anybody bites the hook. It's contacting people directly, sending them an instant message and saying, you got to see this video. Call them on the phone. You got to see this video. And if you tell them that with the same enthusiasm as how you told them about the latest Star Wars movie that you saw, they're going to want to watch it. But you've got to follow up. Don't just wait. Well, gosh, I told 10 people last week about watching that video, and not one of them has called me back. This doesn't work. Fred, you're wrong. This doesn't work. No, you call them up. You follow up the next day. Only give them one day. And ask them, did you see that video? Act like you're excited for them to have seen it. Did you see that video? What'd you think? No, I got busy and I didn't have a chance to watch it. Oh, okay, that's all right. Hey, go to your computer right now. I want you to see something. They'll go to their computer. People like to be told what to do. Don't ever say that to my wife. People like to be told what to do. They like to be led. Go to your computer right now. They go to their computer and you tell them to click on that link I sent you and click on the testimonial tab and scroll down and watch that video, Bentley's Miracle, I'll hold. Now, if you called me up and said, Fred, go to your computer, click on this video, I'll hold, what am I going to do? I'm going to go there and watch it. And you're holding on the other line, and you're going to be hearing me say, wow, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Yeah, see? Isn't that interesting? Now, go watch the other video. I'll call you tomorrow. So there's a safety net there for you. For somebody that you call up and they didn't watch, don't feel rejected. You've got another shot. Get them to watch Bentley's Miracle. Who doesn't love a puppy story? I tell you what, the first time I saw that video, I was fighting back tears. I'm an animal lover. Most people are animal lovers. 70%, clearly 70% of people have a dog or a cat or a bird or some kind of an animal that is a pet that becomes part of their family. There's a really, really good way to break the ice with people. You got to see this video, Bentley's Miracle. You just got to see this. You won't believe it. It's only about 10 minutes. Go watch it now. I'll hold. You got to see this. If you have that kind of enthusiasm, they're going to do it. And when they see that miracle of this little dog who was paralyzed, laying in his cage, days are numbered because there wasn't anything that could help him. And who would have guessed? Who would have ever guessed that using two little products, Aqualite and Ionite, mineral products basically that you put in water, who would have ever guessed that it would have restored that dog from being paralyzed? It's an amazing story. And now you've got their attention. It's nothing about their health. This is a miracle with a little dog. But the thought is going to start cascading in their mind. This is pretty interesting. I wonder if this would do anything for me. Most people, do you know, most people have some kind of a health problem? Something. Most people do. So now you've got a gigantic audience. There's at least 150 million adults, and we've only got about 8,000 of them in basic reset. So you've got a lot more people out there available waiting to be called. And share videos. Randy posted one time, I think, Randy, correct me if I'm wrong, you posted on Facebook one time, I make money sharing a video. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Randy, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yep.
Didn't you post that one time?
Yeah, I did, and a couple other people have also posted the same thing. Yeah, and
and it works, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So you don't have to scour the website and try to memorize stuff about the products. In fact, it's really better the less you know, because your friends and family members, they're not going to see you as a health expert anyway. Let me take that role. I've been doing this for over 45 years. I've been working with these two products over 20 years. Let me be that guy. It takes all the burden off of you. If they reject it, they didn't reject you, they rejected me. And that happens about maybe 10% of the time. We can't win over everybody. I get that. But 9 out of 10, that's not bad. 90%, that's not bad. I don't know of anything else out there that you could do that would be so easy. Sharing videos, getting 3 customers, you're getting your product free. Teach those people to do the same thing, sharing videos. I mean, it just doesn't get any simpler than that. And, Randy, I'm going to say it again, it doesn't get any better than that either. So I'm really excited about the future with Basic Reset. We've got the right combination. All of the things that you need to build a very handsome income, and at the same time, what we're really all about is helping people. We want to help people. We really, really, really want to help people. So, Randy, I'm going to turn it back over to you and remind people that on the 14th of February, you've got an exciting trim-up testimony you told me about.
Yes, yeah. Actually, we were going to have that guest on tonight, but we're going to have them on the 14th of February. There's going to be a great testimony. You're not going to want to miss it on Trim Up, guys and gals. You want to be there.
Man.
And we got some unfinished business that we need to do tonight. Also, Fred, we got some names.
We do.
Some books to give away, and it just so happens that I have 3 numbers here.
Oh, hey, Randy, Kim just reminded me we've got one other little piece of unfinished business. We still haven't figured out the secret to shipping overseas, but we figured out something. We got a call from somebody in the United Arab Emirates in Dubai, the city of Dubai. And this lady called up. She said, I love your products. I watched the video. I love your products. I can't wait to get them. How can I order them? You don't even allow people from Dubai to sign up. And we said, well, it's because we don't ship to Dubai. And she said, that's not a problem. I've got somebody in New York that ships to Dubai. So if you'll let me, I'll order products, and I won't have them shipped to Dubai. I'll have them shipped to this forwarding company in New York, and they'll send them to me. So we did. We opened it up. So we don't ship to these other countries outside of Canada, Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and Guam. We don't ship outside of those places yet, because our system is not set up for that. It's going to take a little bit of time before we can get that set up. But we are opening up these countries. So if you know somebody who is in another country and they would like to get involved with Basic Reset, let us know. Send an email, give us a call. We already have Mexico, the UK, as I just said, we have the United Arab Emirates, and we've got I think there's maybe even a couple of others. But the point is, we're willing to work with people. Oh, Nigeria, we've got a guy in Nigeria. We've got somebody in Southeast Asia. They don't have the guy in Nigeria does. He's got somebody also in New York that sends directly to Nigeria. But we have the ability to allow people to come in, and even if they don't order our products, they can get customers and get commissions as long as their country takes PayPal. So again, if you have somebody that's wanting to join and they live in another country, give us a call, send us an email, and we'll get it set up. Okay, Randy, let's give away some books.
Okay, I've got some numbers here now. We're going to be ending the call a little bit. However, I'm going to be calling out 3 phone numbers, and if you hear your phone number, stay on the call once we open up the line so we can verify your phone number and get your name so that we can make sure we're getting the books to you. The first number is area code 769-223-8570. That's 769-22, let me say it again, 769-233-8570, 769-233-8570. The second number is 775-622-1519, 775-622-1519, and the last number is 405-708-0113, 405-708-0113. So I'm going to go ahead and end the call. I'm going to open up the lines for those people with those numbers. Stay on the line so we can verify, make sure that we have your correct information. Guys and gals, thank you all for being here on the call tonight. We'll see you next Thursday night on another one of these calls. So just hang on just a